करते हैं for collecting the data. Getting it? Next point is planning. How you plan this data? किस तरह से प्लान करते हैं आप इस डेटा को, किस तरह से इसको जो है वो एक आर्टिकल की फॉर्म में लिखते हैं। तो प्लान करने के लिए आप पहले जो है मेन आइडिया देते हैं, इंट्रोडक्शन देते हैं, उसके बाद जो है डिफरेंट जो आपके पास आइडियाज हैं जो कि रिलेट कर रहे हैं मेन आइडिया के साथ, वो आप उसको एलेबोरेट कर देते हैं। और जब दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, you should pay attention on this outlining. When you are going to write anything, you should make outline of these things. In this way, you will be able to clear your ideas very smoothly and precisely, and you will be able to express your feelings through your ideas concisely. Getting it? Okay, beta. Method of organizing. There are 3 methods of organizing. You know, the first is chronological order. Second is spatial order, and third is order of importance. जी, इसको ऑर्गेनाइज करने के, इसको लिखने के, इनको पैराग्राफ की फॉर्म में जो है वो कंस्ट्रक्ट करने के 3 मेथड हैं। क्या है? क्रोनोलॉजिकल ऑर्डर, स्पेशल ऑर्डर एंड ऑर्डर ऑफ इंपॉर्टेंस। क्रोनोलॉजिकल ऑर्डर, जी क्या होता है क्रोनोलॉजिकल ऑर्डर? क्रोनोलॉजिकल मतलब क्या है? यस, यू आर राइट, अ मेथड ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन दैट अरेंजेस आइडियाज अकॉर्डिंग टू टाइम. टाइम मीन्स अकॉर्डिंग टू हिस्ट्री. हाउ? when you want to explain the history of the computer, you will have to adopt the chronological order. You will have to adopt this organizational method. And if you want to tell any story and which is related to your experience, the same method you will apply for writing. Getting my point? If you want to explain how to do or make something, and if you want to explain the step in the process of any work, so that time also you will apply the chronological order. Getting my points? Second is spatial order. Spatial order, a method of organization that arranges ideas according to physical characteristics or appearance. For example, this method helps the reader visualize something as you want them to see it. It helps to create main impression using senses: sight, touch, taste, smell and sounds. Sensory system is involved in this method. You know better. What's the type of this method? Yes, descriptive method. When you see, you touch, you feel and you smell, You describe in your own words something. This is called the method spatial order. Getting it? The third is order of importance. Order of importance is a method of organization that arranges ideas according to their significance. Persuade or convince to rank items by their importance, benefits or significance. We apply this method simply. Drafting. This is the stage of the writing process in which the writer develops a complete first version of a piece of writing. In it, it begins writing with the part you know the most about. Write one paragraph at a time and then stop. Take a short break to refresh your mind in order to you write down the coming paragraph which is already present in your mind in a proper way. Be reasonable with your goal. You should keep in your mind your goal, your purpose for which you are going to write down. And you should, this is the core of writing, you should keep in your mind about the level of audience, the mentality and the mind of audience for which you are going to write down. Your reader. You should select data. You should select the writing style according to the mental level of your reader. In this way, you will become a good writer. Revising. When you revise, you take a second look at your ideas to examine a piece of writing for clarity of ideas. When you edit, you take a second look at how you expressed your ideas to examine a piece of writing for how the writer expressed his or her ideas. The unity should be present in your writing, which create coherence and attached one sentence to another sentence which related to the main topic, main idea. And the coherence should be present in your paragraph, one paragraph to another paragraph. After revising, you should get editing of the paragraph and eliminate that words which create repetition, monotony and tediousness in your paragraph writing or your passage which you have written. And your idea should be clear, direct, your thinking should be straightforward in your writing. Getting it? Okay students, these are the main points for the effective writing. The next topic is discovery and planning, purpose and audience. I am going to write down. Discovery, planning, purpose, and audience. What's the role of discovery, planning, purpose and audience in business writing, in business communication? Now, first of all, we will discuss about the discovery, the topic which you have selected for writing a thesis and proposal, how you have selected, what material you have in your mind about this topic, then how you have planned it, which I have already discussed it in planning. Then identify your purpose. The objective of your message is almost always twofold: the reason for the message itself and the creation of goodwill. For which purpose you have selected the topic? What problems the audience will have to face, the readers will have to face about this topic? The second is analyze your audience. Audience analysis is the process of dissecting the examining intended readers of the documents in order to adapt your writing to their needs, wants, beliefs, attitudes. Documents that meet the primary audience needs are more likely to be used. You know, there are three categories of audience here: primary audience, secondary audience and tertiary audience. Primary audience are those audience of people who use your documents in carrying out their jobs. You should analyze the mental level of the audience when you are going to write down any article, thesis or passage. If you are a scholar and your mental level is so high, but for whom you are going to write down, you should keep in your mind the standard, the mental level, education, professional experience of that personalities, of the readers, of the audience for which you are going to write down. Your standard is so high and you are going to write down, but you have written something, your reader is unable for reading of your writing, it means you are not a good writer. Keeping the mind, the mental level, education, professional experience and personal characteristics of the reader, then you should write down the article, thesis, proposal, etc. which you are going to write down. Getting my points? One thing more is very important: the cultural characteristics of the reader. Sometimes the readers not belong to your own country, your native language. They have different languages, and for example एक रीडर जो है वो अमेरिका से ताल्लुक़ रखता है, एक जो है वो ईरान से ताल्लुक़ रखता है, एक इंडिया से ताल्लुक़ रखता है, एक जो है वो पाकिस्तान से ताल्लुक़ रखता है. तो वी नो कि इंग्लिश जो है वो इंटरनेशनल जो है लैंग्वेज है. तो हम लोगों को उस लेवल पे, उस स्टैंडर्ड पे जो फेमिलियर वर्ड्स हैं उनको यूज़ करते हुए हमें जो है इफेक्टिव राइटिंग करना है. हमें जो है वो प्रपोजल, आर्टिकल, थीसिस जो भी लिखना है वो उस चीज़ को मद्देनज़र रख के लिखना है. उस पार्ट्स के जो करेक्टरिस्टिक्स हैं, क्वालिटीज़ हैं, जो कल्चर करेक्टरिस्टिक्स हैं उसको जो है मद्देनजर रखते हुए हम लोग राइटिंग करेंगे, ताकि जिसके लिए हम वो राइटिंग कर रहे हैं वो अंडरस्टैंड करें। गेटिंग माई पॉइंट्स? चूज योर आइडियाज and the idea which you are going to describe, you should select it from your surrounding, and you should collect your data through internet, through books, through your teachers, and through libraries and so on. What's the sources you want to use, you can use it for collecting data. And you should organize this data according to the rules of grammar. You should use simple sentences to describe your thinking, to describe your ideas, to describe your purpose. You should use the principle of writing 7 C's before organize your data. Getting it? Basic organizational plan has 2 approaches: direct, which is called deductive approach, and indirect, that is called inductive approach. Deductive approach means direct approach related to deleting, buffer, receptiveness, main idea, explanation, courtesies, clues. इसमें बफरिंग नहीं होती है, यानी इसमें जो बात है बहुत ज़्यादा पोलाइटली की जाती है और टू द पॉइंट की जाती है, और जो बात होती है उसकी एक्सप्लेनेशन की जाती है, उसको डिटेल से बयान किया जाता है डायरेक्ट अप्रोच में। और एक सीक्वेंस होता है, एक पैराग्राफ स्टाइल होता है। इनडायरेक्ट जो इंडक्टिव अप्रोच है उसमें हम बफरिंग ऐड करते हैं, रेजिस्टेंस होती है, उसमें एक्सप्लेनेशन होती है, डिसीजन होता है, मेन आइडिया का, पॉजिटिव फ्रेंडली क्लोज होता है, बिगनिंग एंड एडिटिंग होती है। तो बेटा इसमें जो है बफरिंग किसे बोलते हैं? जब हम लोगों ने कोई बैड न्यूज़ देनी होती है, डायरेक्ट मेथड में जो है वो हम गुड न्यूज़ के लिए यूज़ करते हैं। जो इनडायरेक्ट मेथड है, यानी इनडायरेक्ट जो अप्रोच है, हम लोग इसको बैड न्यूज़ के लिए जो है वो यूज़ करते हैं। इसमें बैड न्यूज़ डायरेक्टली नहीं दी जाती, थोड़ा सा उसको पोलाइटली यूज़ किया जाता है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, कोई इंटरव्यू के लिए आया है, आपने उसको रिजेक्शन लेटर भेजना है, तो आप इस तरह कहते हैं कि आपकी एजुकेशन से हम बहुत ज़्यादा इंस्पायर हैं, आपका काफ़ी एक्सपीरियंस भी है, हम इसको अप्रिशिएट करते हैं, लेकिन अनफॉर्चुनेटली हमारे पास जो है वो सीट नहीं है। कमिंग में जब हमारे पास कोई वैकेंसी होगी तो हम आपको ज़रूर कॉल करेंगे। तो इन दिस वे you describe your situation. This way is called indirect approach, और इसमें आप एक्सप्लेन कर देते हैं, फ्रेंडली क्लोज होता है।